Hey Bill, Skip here. I'm looking at your file you sent me with the counting, and got some things to fix. Okay, so I'm going to go through this with you. This is 1 and 2. That's correct. That's and. This is 3 and 4 and the half rest, but you're missing an and. You need the plus there. Okay, so I'm going to put the plus there for you. Okay, so there's the plus. This is 1 and correct, that's 2, but this is not E and, this is 2 and So this here should be and okay? So, let me move that. 1 and 2 and This is 3 and, but it's also 4. This is and 4. Okay, so we need a number 4 there. And this is not 4, but this is and. Okay, so this is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, then this should be beat 1, not the and. Okay, and this would be and 2 and, then that would be 3 and that would be 4 and. So on this here, whenever you have 4/16, whatever beat it's on, it would be that beat E and, I'm sorry, that beat E and. So this is beat 4. Let me see if I can draw a line there. Okay, so we see that this is beat 4, and that's going to be E and Okay, this would be 4 and right here. This is 4 and this is 1 and okay, so on and so forth. So I don't want that. Anyway, I'm gonna, rather than look at this document more, because there's a lot of places where you got off, like this one should be the and of 4, and then he came back in on 1, but then this should be and okay. I've given you some um, examples here. Okay, so if there's 4/16, you can clearly see where beat 1 is, where beat 2 is, where beat 3 is, where beat 4 is, and this is the downbeat 2 and the downbeat 1, 2 and the upbeat, and then 2 and 3 and what goes in here, this would be E, and that would be 1 E. So if I put that in there, that would be E, and this of course would be okay. So we have 1 E and this would be 2 E and 3 E and 4 E, just like that. When we get here, 1, the E would be part of the 8th note, because 1/8 note equals 2/16. So this would be 1 E, but there's no need to write the E because we're not subdividing that into 16ths. This is simply just the downbeat of 1. We don't have to say E. And then this is and, whoops, and okay. So 1 and then that would be 2 and 3 and 4 and Here's another example. This is 1, and that's where the and falls, 2 and 3 and. But this would be 1, if you look back here, 2/16, it would be 1 E. Okay? So this would be E. So 1 E and, 2 E and, 3 E and, 4 E and. If you have this rhythm based on 4/16, but starting with a rest, this would be 1 E, whoops, 1 E, and this would be okay, 1 E and 2 E and. You can see how they fall. So I took the rest out on beat 1, I took the rest out on the E, I took the rest out on the and I took the rest out on the So you could see how these fall. And here's some other examples of where they fall. So if you can find, if you get yourself confused, then hopefully you can look at this and that will help you. Now, I didn't get into dotted rhythms. There's a lot to go in here, but at least this will get you started with everything but the dotted rhythms. Okay? Hope that helps. Let me know how it does.